Hey everyone, how's it going? Well, I hope this one is going to be better. I still don't have the part that I shipped off to Samsung yet. I'm going to give you some advice at the end of this because it happened to me and you're going to want to hear it, especially if you're thinking about ordering any soundbar, period. Okay, so subwoofer, pardon my mess, it's going to go over there. And we're going to hope that it works because the last one didn't. Like I said, I still don't have it back to return it. This just came in a minute ago, actually. I need to raise this up so y'all can see. Maybe. But as you can see, the box that this one's in, it's got one little mark there and another little mark on the edge and a tiny crease. So that's why I say I hope it works. Ease this bad boy out. It's not heavy, it's just tight, very tight in there. And here is the remote, the two batteries. And you've got your instructions and some brackets. And cables. And let's just open this up. Remote. And two batteries. And what you got is you have a couple of brackets in here. Excuse me. And you've got your user manual. And it tells you how to connect it and everything. I was going to say, I thought this opened all the way up. And you've got an optical cable. HDMI cable is not supplied. Okay, but I've got one. It shows how to go into a DVD player, your TV, how to pair it. Bark, bark. And set your ID for your subwoofer to pair it also. And you can do multi-connections, Bluetooth. And that tells about your soundbar. Power supply. And how to use the remote. And these are your plugs, and they have a 90-degree L mount, which I like because it keeps things out of the way. Actually, I find it does anyway. You got two of these power cables. Either one works for either one. Okay. Yes, it looks like nothing's torn or broken. The other one, if you remember, had broken styrofoam and everything else. This one does not. And it actually looks like it's got a full serial number. Maybe. Yeah. A full USA serial number. Put that back in there. And this is what this looks like. It's just some dust. And I don't see any scratches anywhere. Okay? Just so you know. So you're watching. Because when I send the other one back, I'm glad I make these videos, I'm telling you. Because they're going to complain that the other one, the box and everything else was torn. Hey, before I opened it, I got it on video. but that wasn't the cause for it not working. Okay, let's take out the actual sound bar. And this styrofoam looks really good. So far. Since this box is all together, it's not all torn like the last one and ripped up and banged up. I'm going to keep it that way. Now let's see, I've gone through, I think, 3 sound bars. The first one I put together and didn't work, and I tried to call their tech support and they had none. I tried to give them feedback and they told me that it was against their whatever. In other words, they didn't want my feedback because they knew it was bad. I tell it like it is. I'm sorry. But I do it for you guys so y'all don't make a mistake or an error and get in the same boat I was in. And so I upgraded and went with a different big bucks company. This is the Soundbar. And these are how you hook it up here. It's got your optical input, HDMI, and HDMI TV ARC, which is what I'm going to hook it up to. And here's where you plug it in. And you can put a USB also. It is made of brushed metal, which I like. Okay, now comes the big challenge. I got to take a short break because of my back. And then I'm going to move some of these boxes out of the way and hook it up. How many did I say I went through? 6. Let's see. There was the first one. I guess it's 3. This is 4. Fourth one I've been through. So while I'm at it, I might as well tell you about this. It was a nightmare. It was an actual nightmare, and it's still going on. Okay, I ordered the other soundbar from a big box company, which does not carry them, and they ordered it from a third party. Oh, and these are Energy Star rated too. Dolby Audio, DTS, HDMI. Anyway, so the subwoofer did not work, and so I called and I was told to contact Samsung. So I contacted Samsung, and the first tech I talked to had me do some things. He said, "Yes, we'll get you a new one. We'll send you a new speaker. Your whatever you call it, the subwoofer is not working correctly." I said, "Okay." A little over a week went by. I called back, and they saw where there was a ticket, and this man says, "Okay, I'm sorry, I think it was a woman." And she says, "Let's do some things." So I let her in on my phone so she could watch me do them. And she said, "Yes, your subwoofer is bad. We need to order you a new one." Okay, that's fine, that's great. I'm happy, you know. And so in the meantime, I ordered these speakers. Directly from Samsung. Where is it? He's way over there. I ordered those directly from Samsung because I'm thinking, well, I'm getting a new subwoofer and it'll work, right? Well, about a week went by and I got a text message and it said, "Be advised, your request for a new speaker has been canceled." Oh, and she had me take pictures of the back of the subwoofer where the serial numbers are. So I did that. And she finally got a real clear one and says, "That'll work." And so anyway, like a week or so went by. Now it's 2 weeks into it, and nothing. And then I got a text and it said, "Be advised, your request for a new speaker has been canceled." It says none of the serial number that you're presenting does not come back to any of our equipment. And we at Samsung take fraud very seriously. So they're calling me a fraud. And it says contact Samsung. So I contacted Samsung and I got hold of another tech, of course. And the other tech says, "Let's try some things." So I says, "Okay." And this tech and we tried some things. Yep, it's definitely the subwoofer. Subwoofer's bad. We'll order you a new one. Okay, so now we got 3 weeks going by. And I still don't have a new one. So I called in and I get hold of another tech and she says, "Oh, well, just to make sure you get it, here is my phone number, so you can send me a text." And I says, "Okay," so I'm feeling better about it now, And I told her, I said, "Look, I've only got a week before I can't return this." And I even sent a message through the big box company, who forwarded it to the third party that sold me the other one. Does that make sense? And all of a sudden I get a copy of the invoice, but they left off a letter, a W at the end. And so anyway, I know it's kind of like rambling, but you need to know this seriously. If you go through if you make these mistakes, you heard it from me first. Anyway, so a week goes by and nothing. I sent the girl a text, and she says, "I'll check on that right now." Nothing. So I call in, and they said, "All of your tickets have been canceled by our warehouse." And I says, "And no one even thought about calling me or sending me a text or something?" "Oh, well, we don't do that." And I said, "Well, you know what?" I says, "It's too late for me to send this back." And I says, "Now I'm getting mad." And I was, because, they're just putting it off. That's all they were doing. And I says, "I need to get hold of the warehouse." "Well, we can't get hold of the warehouse. Our hands are tied." And I says, "This is a messed up tech support. I'm letting you know right now." And I says, "Because I've never frauded anybody out about anything. And this is totally wrong." And yeah, I was mad. And I contacted the big box company, and they said, "Well, how'd they say it?" They says, "Let us see what we can do." And that was fake as well. They didn't do anything. So then, I'm like, what am I going to do? So I got hold of the company, the third party company, and a lady answered me and said, because I told her I was furious and that something better be done because I'm thinking about a lawsuit. And I says, "I don't care where it has to go. You need to escalate this to your merchandise department, to everybody." And so anyway, nothing was said. And all of a sudden I got a message from that company that set me up a ticket number and everything, and sent me a packaging label to send it in with. And so I took it up to UPS. And I've been doing business with them for a long time. And, you know, there was no scratches or anything on it. And, I paid to get it wrapped and put in a box and everything and shipped to them. Well, they got it in 2 days. And then on the third day, I believe it was, I got a message: "We're unable to repair the product you sent in for repair because this product was not made for sale in the United States." Which now makes me understand why they were thinking that I was trying to fraud them out of something, when it wasn't me. It was that third party company. And so I contacted the big box company again and informed them what the heck was going on. And I says, "I need to escalate this high as I can get it." I says, "because I'm tired of it." I got it back January the 23rd, I think it was. And it's April the 2nd now. And I still hadn't had this separate on another card. And when I get the subwoofer back, which it has been sitting since the 26th, a shipping label was created to send it back, and it's been sitting there since the 26th and hasn't shipped yet. So I called Samsung again, and they actually gave me the repair office number, but they're not open until, of course, Monday through Friday or whatever. So I got to call them tomorrow and find out where it is, because I can't get my money back on the other thing until it is shipped. And I contacted the third-party company, and who had sent me a shipping label also, and said it must be used within 12 days. Well, I can't control what Samsung does. Obviously, nobody can. But they used to make good equipment, so I'm going with it. And plus, I was so mad, I tried to return the speakers, and here's something else you should know. The speakers only have a 15-day return policy. 15 days. So if you get stuck in a loop like I was in, you're stuck with those speakers. So that's another reason I have to go with Samsung. Otherwise, they just have to sell the speakers, and I don't know. It just, because the speakers are wireless. So that's another reason I had to stick with Samsung. So these would all match, and so anyway, right now as it stands, I need to get in touch with them, Samsung, their repair on Monday, tomorrow, and find out how come my shipment hasn't shipped yet. And I did call Samsung already, and one of the little jerks, and I'm calling him a jerk, he says, oh, well, I just updated the ticket, because I gave him the UPS number that Samsung has created for shipping it back. And he looks at it and he says, oh, don't worry. He says, your what is it? The subwoofer will be there tomorrow. I just updated the ticket. And then he asked for feedback, and I gave him good feedback because I thought everything was going okay. Bull. That was a lie. Okay, this went on Saturday, or Friday. So Saturday is when I called, and I finally got the repair number office. But one of the tickets they had opened for me, I had 5 tickets open. One of them they had opened for me. The company the third-party company that the big box ordered from, had left off a W at the end of the serial number. Now, no one called me and told me that. So they canceled the ticket, or rejected the ticket. And I'm like, what in the heck? And then I find out that the serial numbers on the back of the subwoofers don't go to anything. So I think and when I called the big box company on I think it was Friday, when I contacted them and told them that I needed to go up as high as I can, they gave me corporate's number, and they also put in a complaint on top of that by reading the third-party company that they ordered these from. This isn't the first time it's happened. Now, how you tell if it's a U.S. number, I have no idea. All I know is that number on the back of that subwoofer looked different than the other ones. So, yeah. And then on the return label that they created, or the shipping thing, it said scratch on front. So Samsung scratched that. I didn't, and neither did UPS. Unless they scratched it on the way out. I don't know. But, Anyway, the word is if you order something and the box is trash and everything, send it back. Don't go with what these juice monkeys tell you to go by and call tech support and see if they can fix it. Don't do that. Don't get in that loop, because they will tell you anything to get you off the phone and get, and get a good review. Oh, and one other thing. Here's something else that you need to know. Okay, I called the the big box companies. I had ordered a extended warranty. They told me to call them and they'd get my money back. I called the extended warranty and they said, we can't issue you anything if it wasn't working the day that you got it. So that's something to keep in mind. Even though you get one of those pieces of paper saying you're covered from the day you got it, you're not. If it doesn't work the day you got it, you're not covered at all. I mean, I'm still furious about it if you can't tell. And I hate to go on and on, but you people need to know this for your own good. And I was treated very poorly, so, and it's very hard to get me mad, but yeah, I'm still mad. And I'm still thinking about suing all these people. I'll throw them all into a big pot, and whoever gets out and not guilty, that's fine. But, that's slander and defamation of character. And that's right, I've already contacted an attorney. So, I mean, this didn't have to happen. And that third party company is still selling the ones they have right and left. At one time, there was only like 2 you could find for sale. But that third party company had like 10 of them selling them right and left, or more than 10, it said. It says plus, however, and they were selling them right and left through this big box company. So, yeah, what can you expect? Okay, I'm going to give it a break here for a second, and I'm going to try to hook this stuff up. Hopefully it'll work, because I can't talk to you while I do this, because I'm the only cameraman here and everything, so I've got to get behind some stuff and everything, but my back's kind of relaxed again. I mean, this stuff isn't heavy at all, just letting you know. It's awkward, but they do put little handles on it for you, which the other box had no handles. They were ripped off. So, hey, I think it's still going to be interesting. And the third party company is wanting me to send. I mean, giving me 12 days, and that was 3 days ago, to send it back, and I don't even have it. I says I can't send it. I don't have the part yet. Well, when you get the part, send it. That way you can get your full refund. Oh, I'm getting my full refund, turkeys. I guarantee I am. You guys are selling fraudulent stuff. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up what to do and what not to do. Okay? Okay, we will talk to you in a few minutes, and I've got my fingers and my legs crossed that this all works. Talk to you in a few minutes. Bye. Okay, we're back. Guess what? Subwoofer doesn't work. Yes, it does. Everything works on this one. And like I said, the box was nice and solid, didn't have any bangs or tears, so everything works perfect on it. And I came back to tell you all that, and everything sounds nice. So I'm in business, and so anyway, like y'all couldn't see me putting wires behind the TV and all that. I had to use my cane where it's turned like this to bring the wires forward so I could plug them in and everything. So yeah, y'all didn't see all that. That's why I couldn't talk to y'all while I was doing it. And so, yeah, y'all just make sure if you buy a sound bar, and it doesn't work. Oh, and that's another thing. The big box company, I bought the extended warranty. The extended warranty, even though it says it's in effect from the day that you get it, it's not in effect if the product doesn't work when you get it. That's true. And so I'm like, what in the world? Because, the big box company sent me to their extended warranty, and their extended warranty tried to send me back to Samsung, and I'm like, I already been to Samsung, and I've already been to the big box company, and they sent me to you. So just be sure if you get the little speakers from Samsung, the rear speakers, you want to get them through um, Amazon or someplace that has a 30-day return. Because if you get them directly through Samsung, you only get 15 days before they have to be returned. And if you're dealing with all this tech support over and over and over, it's going to shoot your 15 days up in no time. So you can't return them. And if you can't return them, you can't use them on anything. So that's why after the bad incident, which is still not over with, I ended up buying another Samsung because I'm kind of stuck with it. What can you say? Anyway, this all, it's a piece of cake to put together, and if it works great, like it did this time. And it was actually fun and easy to set up. So, yeah, I hope if this helps someone, just remember, don't buy the speakers, and I would suggest don't buy the speakers. If something doesn't work, send it back right away. Don't let them talk you into going through tech support and all that, because that's a waste of time. Send it back right away. Um, if I mean, that's what I'm going to do from now on. And I just went through that tech support after I had 5 tickets, and uh, you know they'd always lead you on to believe that you're getting a new that you're going to get a new speaker, and you don't. And they shot up my 30-day time, but anyway, yeah, I will get time back. Mark my word. So as it stands right now, I'm still in this mess with the other one that the subwoofer didn't work. And incidentally, the subwoofer, uh, when I sent the numbers off to Samsung, a photo of them, they sent me a nasty text message saying, these numbers do not come back to any of our products. And we at Samsung take fraud very seriously. And your request for a new speaker has been canceled. And I'm like, fraud? I couldn't figure it out. So then, you know, after all this time, finally, the third party company uh, opened up a ticket for me and sent me a label to put on a box, if you saw how I opened this, you know that you don't have a box at home. And so I took it up to UPS and I paid her. I've done business with them for years. And it was kind of funny because I says, "Can you believe this? I don't have a box for this subwoofer." And so she took it, and we were laughing about it. And so I says, "Can it be bubble wrapped?" And she said, "I'll take good care of it." And she did. And then it got to Samsung. It was 2-day air. They got it, and that same day they got it, they notified me that that product was not made to be sold in the United States. So the product that I sent for repair could not be repaired, and so they were sending my unrepaired product back to me unrepaired. And I got copies of this email and everything. I'm like, wow. So I contacted the company, and it's just been a nightmare. And so I found out that this next one that I got, this one that I've got right here, was actually sold by Amazon, and so I knew that right then it'd be easy to exchange and everything else. And so far, it's worked perfectly. I hope this information I gave you helps. And like I say, if you're in a warm place, go swimming. If you're in a cold place, find a warm place to go swimming. If you can't find a warm place to go swimming, snuggle up with someone. Anyway, y'all have a great day, night, or whatever it is, and stay safe. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.